So let's talk a little bit about filling up our emotional intimacy jar. Imagine that there's you, there's your partner, and then there's this invisible kind of like jar in between you. And little things that you do for each other, listening to each other, okay? Making each other coffee, giving each other space maybe when they're having a bad day, asking about each other's family members or their job. All of these little things that we take for granted, they actually fill up this sort of bank account or this jar with these marbles. Brene Brown has talked about this. John Gottman has talked about this. This is very important. This is very important because when you do have an argument, which it's going to happen at some point, this is real life, it's real marriage, right? If you're living together, you're dealing with so many things, there will be an argument. If your jar is full, it is so much easier to kind of spend some of that currency and bounce back. But if your jar is completely empty, you have not taken that time to put, those marbles in the jar by making those little bits of connections and little, nice little things for each other. When you have an argument, it seems like that's it. It seems like all hell has broken loose. You're never going to be able to bounce back of it because every argument makes you bankrupt all of a sudden versus no, hold on. This is just a little tiff that we're having. We can bounce back because you have currency, emotional currency to spend. So what are ways that you deplete the emotional jar for no reason? Like this is like burning money away, burning emotional currency, criticizing each other for like dumb things. Like let's say your partner likes Chinese and you like Thai and you're like, well, that's dumb. Chinese is so dumb. Like, don't do things like that. Okay. I see couples doing this all the time. Okay. What another person likes, what they believe, like they are attached to that. They see that as their identity. When you make little digs against each other's family members or preferences or how you dress or things like that, you really start tearing each other down and you start depleting this emotional currency jar, okay? So a lot of things in life really don't matter, right? I have this saying that my opinions don't matter. And some of you guys, especially in Western societies, we tend to be very individualistic and very much attached to our identities. And we're like, hold on, my opinions matter very much. Do they really? Do they, right? Like I've been, I'm 41, I'm gonna turn 42 this year. I'll tell you right now that in my 41 years of existence, I've changed my opinion many times, okay? Like I've hated certain foods and then started liking them. I hated certain types of vacations and I love them now. So you are going to change and evolve as a person, and so is your partner. So don't be so tightly gripped on things that actually don't really even matter in our pursuit of happiness and joy and love in life. So remember that we are always solving for happiness, we're solving for peace, we're solving for love. So all of those little things that we think are worth having a discussion about and criticizing each other about, they really don't matter. They don't matter. In the grand scheme of your 50, 60, 70 years, it doesn't matter. If you look at all areas of your life, whether you want to be in the best body of your dreams, whether you want to have millions of dollars in your bank account, or maybe you don't want millions of dollars, you just want financial security, right? You want to have enough. You want to have enough where you don't have to worry about money. You want to have divine union. You want to meet your soulmate and have a really healthy, yummy, polarity-based relationship. Well, all of these things, sisterhood, a successful career, spirituality, all of these things require emotional control. And this is one of the things that is, I feel like, most lacking currently because of lack of inner work. And yeah, some people don't need inner work because they've been blessed with like the perfect situation in their childhood, the perfect family, the perfect everything, and they got their inner work as they were growing up. But for the rest of us that were maybe raised by a pack of wolves, we need inner work, right? Like there's so many changes to our society, so many things that go against our natural instincts, our natural evolutionary history, all of those things. And so we need inner work to combat those. The purpose of inner work is so you can be emotionally current. And being emotionally current means that you are able to be in the present moment and not have any past triggers. So things come up and you resolve them in the present moment without them hitting against anything that like traumas from the past or limiting beliefs or things like that. And most of us, if we're being honest, we're not there. We're not emotionally current. And there's this thing that my husband says, really, I think it's one of the divine things that you need to understand. Even the most conscious person on the planet isn't conscious 100% of the time. So emotional control goes back to, are you able to bring yourself back into the present moment and recognize your triggers and work through them in real time, versus are you hot potatoing, that's not a real word, invented that phrase, hot potatoing your emotions onto other people. So inner work helps you gain emotional mastery, emotional control, so you can be emotionally current, and that then you can manifest from your pure intentions, your authentic power, your truest divine desires, and not the conditioning of everyone else.